Today, I want to talk about what will happen to you and your body if you drink coffee for just 14 days. And yes, these effects go far beyond just keeping you awake throughout the day. Right at the start of the video, let me say that if coffee causes you anxiety, if it increases your heart rate and keeps you from sleeping on time at night, I don't recommend drinking it. I also don't recommend drinking more than 1 cup of coffee a day. And this is very important, and I'll tell you why later on. I myself used to consume a lot of instant coffee or Nescafe during my student years. At that time, I wasn't fully aware of the side effects, and only success in my exams mattered to me, and I didn't know what I was doing to my adrenal glands. Unfortunately, no one back then cared enough about the people to come on TV or somewhere else to inform them. On the other hand, excessive coffee consumption really increases your cortisol and adrenaline and wreaks havoc on your adrenal glands. Worse than that are instant coffees, which aren't even coffee. Most of them don't even contain 5% coffee, and they have very harmful ingredients. But I won't get into that. I've talked about this before in another video. I'll introduce that video to you later on. But what about real coffee? Do I recommend drinking real coffee? To answer this question, we need to see what coffee really is and whether it has any benefits for our bodies or not. Coffee is obtained from the fermentation of coffee beans. This means these beans interact with bacteria or yeasts to improve their flavor, aroma, and quality. This means natural chemical changes occur in these beans, which creates unique characteristics in the final drink. Therefore, there are various chemicals in coffee, including a substance called caffeine. The benefits of coffee mostly come from this caffeine. Caffeine is a plant chemical that's actually a type of insecticide. Yep, you heard right. It's a type of insecticide found in more than 20 other types of plants. This substance acts as a defense mechanism, protecting plants from pests and insects with its insecticidal properties. Because insects suffer from neurological disorders after consuming this caffeine and might even die. But a question arises here. If this is an insecticide, can it really be beneficial for our bodies? Yes, sometimes a small amount of stress can actually create beneficial changes in our bodies, but just a little bit. And one of the reasons I say only 1 coffee a day is because of this very issue. Now, besides this, what other benefits does coffee have that most people still don't know? I will tell you these in 8 points. For each point, I'll also tell you how and on what basis that happens. Because we must learn not to believe anything without a reason and without the presentation of accurate data, especially in the important subject of medicine and health, which deals with our lives and our loved ones and is no joke. Number 1. Coffee can give you mental sharpness and help increase your focus. How? Caffeine inhibits adenosine receptors in your brain. This is a compound that causes feelings of fatigue, so by preventing adenosine from binding to its receptors, you will become more alert. On the other hand, caffeine causes an increase in the secretion of neurotransmitters like dopamine and norepinephrine, which improves your focus and attention. Number 2. Coffee can increase your learning ability. How? Caffeine increases the activity of neural networks in the hippocampus, the memory center in the brain. This will help improve your short-term memory and information processing. In addition, the increased level of alertness and focus caused by caffeine again helps improve your learning process. Number 3. Drinking coffee will increase your metabolic rate. How? Caffeine stimulates your central nervous system and increases the amount of adrenaline secretion. Then, the process of fat breakdown is activated and the basal metabolism in your body increases. This happens because caffeine activates certain receptors in your body that signal fat cells to release stored fat and produce more heat. It also boosts nerve activity, so your body temporarily burns more energy. Number 4. Coffee helps regulate your blood sugar. How? By increasing insulin sensitivity, which in turn controls your blood glucose levels. Now, if you were to add MCT oil or grass-fed butter to your coffee, essentially making what's known as bulletproof coffee. It pushes your body to rely more on fat for energy instead of sugar. This process is called ketosis, and it truly helps in regulating your blood sugar levels while preventing any sudden spikes in your glucose. Number 5, coffee reduces the risk of dementia and prevents symptoms related to Parkinson's and even Alzheimer's disease. How? Based on research, coffee's antioxidants help reduce inflammation and nerve cell damage. Essentially, caffeine can increase brain-derived neurotrophic factor levels, which is truly vital for the growth and maintenance of neurons. Caffeine can also prevent the buildup of harmful proteins associated with Alzheimer's. And in Parkinson's disease, caffeine maintains dopamine levels in the brain, and this will reduce the risk or severity of the disease. Number 6, drinking coffee can reduce the risk of developing gallstones, but how? By increasing bile production and secretion through gallbladder stimulation, which also prevents cholesterol buildup and gallstone formation. Number 7, coffee can prevent the formation of kidney stones. Coffee is a diuretic. This means it increases your urine volume. This increased volume will also decrease the concentration of calcium and oxalate in your urine. So this is how it prevents kidney stone crystals from forming. Additionally, through its antioxidant and anti-inflammatory effects, coffee naturally helps maintain your overall kidney health. Number 8, coffee is anti-cancer. Why? Because it contains antioxidants like polyphenols and chlorogenic acid, which neutralize free radicals to prevent DNA damage and cancer. On the other hand, coffee increases detoxifying enzymes in the liver, reducing the risk of liver and colorectal cancers. And this reduction in inflammation is key to its anti-cancer properties. Because, as you know, cancer cells love inflammation, and they might migrate wherever inflammation is present. Plus, coffee can balance hormones like insulin and estrogen, which play a major role in reducing hormone-related cancers like breast and prostate cancer. Now, there's a video that you really should watch. This video is also fantastic. Don't miss it. It will give you some really great information. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell. I love you guys so much. I'll see you in one of these 2 videos, my dear friends.